The implant of more attention, more love, more stuff, more beauty, newer stuff, running us around like puppets on a string. Someone is dancing us around with jealousy and envy. Jealousy, what a truly terrible feeling to experience. People are full of jealousy and envy because they don't know who they really are. They don't know what they truly desire or want, which is honestly really sad that they don't know, that all they want is to feel good. All they want is pleasure for their soul, not their senses, their soul, and be happy. When people don't know that this is who they are and this is all that they want, they search for that pleasure in the outside world through the senses. There is so much confusion and conflict constantly in the mind about who we are and what we want, and we're always dissatisfied. The implant of more never ends. There's always more. There's always more stuff to get, more attention to get from someone, more love to get. I thought I was above jealousy because I do so much work on myself all the time. I'm like, jealousy, there's no way I have any of that. I'm a good person. I am never jealous of anyone. No, of course not. That would be hateful, and I'm not a hateful person, especially towards other women. Never. I'm a girl's girl, right? I love everyone. I celebrate people. I am not jealous of anyone. No way. But really, it was because I hadn't looked. I wasn't looking. I wasn't paying attention. It's so deeply rooted in everything that we do in our lives and what the media we consume and all of it. So we don't even notice or realize. People are so jealous all day, all throughout their day, and they don't even notice or realize. They would deny it. They'd say, well, of course I don't have any of that. I'm not jealous. No, me? I'm not jealous of her. Because jealousy is the business plan. Envy is the business plan. Human suffering is the business plan. It's what generates the most cash. The more people that are jealous of you, the more envy you have surrounding you, the more unlimited the money stream. The funny thing about the people that are used to generate this envy within us, like famous people or big business people or whatever, is that it's all fabricated, and yet we still envy those people for their appearance of having a lot, their appearance of happiness, their appearance of pleasure. It all appears as if they're feeling good all the time, and the illusion is there to generate envy. We all know it's fake, yet we're all still jealous. What is that? They still get to have those things, do those things, and we want to feel good like them. So we watch their videos. It isn't fair that they do so little and make so much money, so we watch their videos. We watch how their lives are seemingly perfect, but we see that one time when they're unhappy, and then we're like, good. I knew it. They're miserable, just like me. And we make up all of these stories. The more stories that are made up, though, the more you watch to confirm these biases, and then the more money they make. That's the business plan. Imagine that. That's what they want. Jealous and envious people live on made-up stories because they feel bad, and in order to feel good, they have to take their power back that they just gave away to someone else through their envious and jealous mind. Put someone on a pedestal and then tear them down to level them back to where they would have never been unless we just weren't jealous. It's like you put people down in order to take them down from the pedestal that you have put them on. Talking behind people's backs, you know, so that everyone will think we're fabulous and they're the ones that are stupid, or they're the ones that are losers. We're fabulous though. What we don't realize is we're actually putting ourselves down in that process, because by putting someone on that pedestal and tearing them down from it, we're telling ourselves that we're not enough, because our jealousy and envy implies our feelings of I'm not enough, I don't have enough, I haven't worked hard enough, because they're up here and I'm down here. The jailer is in jail as much as the prisoner. You're not good enough, since you have to be jealous of someone with talent, with capabilities, with beauty. They're qualified, you're not. That's what you're telling yourself when you're putting that person on a pedestal. That's what you're telling yourself. They're qualified, you're not. See what you're doing to yourself through envy and jealousy? See what you're doing to yourself? Why would you disturb yourself that way? Why would you want to live in a way that implies you're never good enough? Always nervous, always insecure, always trying to prove something unnecessarily. Why would you want to live like that? The jealousy is simply an indication of your own mental loops that you make in order to ignore and not know and argue for the limitations of your true self, your true, beautiful, wonderful, all-knowing, and all-loving self. You're doing all of this to ignore, repress, and deny how beautiful, loving, capable you really are. Recognize, though, that it isn't your fault. None of this is your fault. You are not a bad person. You're literally not a bad person. It's by design that this jealousy lives within us. It's the business plan. Everyone is trying to be the best so that they can get the acknowledgement from family, from friends, from the world. They want to be on that magazine that shows this, that gives them that respect they should have always had. Completely confused, though, because these magazines are paid for. All of these shoots and all these things that famous people get that I'm not pretty enough to have, they're paid for. You pay for the beauty. You don't have it, you pay for it. It's all paid for. Not in the sense where they're paying to make themselves look pretty. I'm saying they're paying to get in the door. It's all just an illusionary selling point. Jealousy generates money. That's it. The lottery, it's all the same. It's just in hopes, like maybe one day I'll win. You know, a source of envy, jealousy, that to make you feel like you haven't already won, that you aren't already a walking, breathing miracle. I mean, the fact that you're breathing right now, you should be in awe. How miraculous, successful you are. You've won the lottery of life. Look at you. You've won. You're already there. Huh. Jealousy is also when you're afraid that your mate or your friend will have something with someone else, will enjoy with someone else. You don't have to ride shotgun on people. Read their messages. Make sure every day that they still love you, that they're still faithful to you, because you have a life and you're doing stuff. You're too busy creating. Who has time for all of that? You have a life. You're not alive to control or dominate anyone. That's not your job. You don't have to make sure that everyone is going to do exactly what you want them to do and everything is going to go exactly as you want it to. Why would you waste your time with that when you have a life? If people don't want to be around you, why would you waste your time with them? Why wouldn't you want them to go away, get away from me if you don't like me, so that you have time to do the things that you want to do, that you need to do, the things that you want to create, so that you have time to create them. All they are is taking up your time. And you want your time for yourself. Why wouldn't you want to focus on people who do want to stay, who do want to be there? Spend time with them. You know, I used to seriously spend so much time wondering why someone doesn't like me, wondering why I'm not getting love from someone I love so much. Ew, get away from me. I realize that now. It's like I grew up or something. I'm like, why in the world would I care that someone doesn't like me? I don't have enough time. To liberate yourself from envy and jealousy, you have to recognize that it is all built on the lie that you're not enough as you are. Your attention is not enough. Your love is not enough. You need more from other people. You need to outsource your love. That's a lie. It's all based on that lie. Once you get that, you stop agreeing. Stop agreeing. Simply, agreement creates reality. Even though it's pretend, you think it's real, because you've made it real by believing it, feeling it, acting on it, emotionalizing it, visualizing it, producing it, and saying, well, it must be real if I'm believing it, feeling it, acting on it, emotionalizing it, visualizing it, producing it, and saying it, well, it must be real. You can't get rid of something as long as you're attached to it, as long as you believe that there's value in it. When we're living a creative life, jealousy is the first thing we need to get rid of. That attachment to the jealousy is what we have to get rid of, because instead of hating the person who is being, doing, or having the creative life that you want or that you would like, and believing that they can do it and have it and you can't and you won't, torturing yourself with these feelings of jealousy and this repressive, depressive feelings of just torture. Notice what it's doing to you. that isn't pleasurable, it isn't valuable, it's not adding anything to your life, it's not empowering, it's not nurturing your creative side. Notice that it's making you fight yourself in your brain. It's making you into your own police, your own judge, your own jury, your own jailer, your own torturer, your own prosecutor, executioner, your own punisher. No one even has to do anything to outcreate you, because you're doing that yourself. You're out of the way because you're in your own way. You're doing it all to you. So there's no need for the punisher to come punish you, because you're doing it yourself. Once this jealousy is gone, we can actually start creating instead of competing. There is no contest. I don't compete, I just create. I speak my piece, I don't debate. There's no argument, no contest. You know what it is and heard what I said. When you become self-satisfied doing your art for the sake of doing it, tired of feeling bad all the time, tired of torturing yourself, recognize that you are the pleasure of the divine. You seek pleasure for your soul, not for your senses. That's silly. Pleasure for your senses becomes kind of boring once you've figured out how to have pleasure for your soul. My success, happiness, money, attention, love, all comes from me, because if it comes from other people, this means I don't have enough, and I will never have enough to satisfy myself. Then I am not enough. My attention, love isn't enough. So when you realize that, you take back your power. It all comes from you. No one can compete with the attention, love, and approval that you give to yourself. There is another way beyond jealousy. Stop forcing yourself into alignment with struggle, pain, disease, death, when you are eternal life itself. Be it. Accept it. Know it. Stop letting your jealousy kill you, and be yourself. Create your art. Then you won. You won. You literally won the lottery of life, and you're sitting around making yourself feel like you've lost. I wonder why. I wonder why that's happening. Just stop letting your jealousy kill you.